This is the KRMG Afternoon News with Skylar Cooper.
Go ahead, give it to me.
It's time for the BA Breakdown, the first time we're breaking it down from BA in 2024, and we're happy to welcome back Broken Arrow City Manager Michael Spurgeon. Hey, Michael, how are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, my friend. It is so wonderful to be with you on this January 2nd and get ready for a busy 2024.
Yeah, a lot going on out there, and people are still asking us questions. I'm sure you're getting questions about the plans for the amphitheater out there, and I understand that there's something along those lines going to be in the city council meeting tonight?
Yes, there is. Actually, tonight, the city council is going to convene the first of two public hearings during its regular meeting about the possible creation of a new tax incremental financing district in the southwest part of our city, which is going to be formed to actually capture all the new sales tax that's going to be generated in the defined area, which we will use to help pay for our portion of the public improvements for this partnership we have with Notes Live.
Yeah, so the Notes Live company, they're going to pay for, it sounds like, the construction of the facility, but BA, the city, you guys are responsible for what, like roads, water, and the infrastructure around it?
That's correct. I mean, we're actually going to have to reconfigure the entrance to the events park. We're going to have to put in some acceleration, deceleration lanes. We're going to be working on a second form of ingress and egress, as well as the parking that goes along with it, plus the other related improvements when you actually put that type of infrastructure in. And we've determined that based on the sales that are going to be generated at the amphitheater, that the sales tax that we generated will more than cover what is necessary for us to cover our cost to be able to put in our portion of the public-private partnership.
I'm looking at the proposed boundary of that TIF district you're talking about, and it goes pretty far south and kind of curves around even west of where the amphitheater will be. How were those boundaries drawn up?
Well, actually, it was drawn up. Our economic development manager, Jennifer Rush, met with myself along with several members of her team, and then we went through the actual state statute-approved tax incremental financing district process review committee, and we just looked at more specifically is that we know there's going to be not only the amphitheater that's going to have to be built, there's going to be additional retail, commercial, hotel type activity that's going to happen. So we just actually took a look at where we believe there could be growth as a result of this partnership that we have. We want to make sure that we not only captured 100% of those sales, we also drew another line, which is the TIF boundaries, that as we start to see ancillary type development a little bit further out, we'd be able to capture a portion of that additional sales tax to help us to basically repay our portion of the public-private partnership. And eventually, when everything's taken care of, then all of those new revenues would actually be added to the general fund to help pay for the other services that keep us a great quality of life.
All right, so that's coming up in Broken Arrow City Council's meeting tonight. We'll follow up on that as things develop. And I also wanted to ask you about State Highway 51, kind of east of where I think usually where I get off at Elm, sometimes Lynn Lane. But a little further past that, there's some work going on that isn't necessarily on the highway, but it's going to affect the highway, right? This is the County Line Road work.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm pleased to say that, it really is. This is an example of progress promised. This is a state, federal, and local municipal project. Right now, we're widening 71st or Kenosha to Houston or 81st. And as a part of that, we're replacing the old antiquated bridge. And as a result of the replacing of that bridge, there's going to be some inconvenience for about 2.5 months, because they're going to have to start setting the beams for the new bridge that passes over Highway 51 there on County Line Road. And so there's going to be shifts in the traffic pattern for the next 2.5 months as they set those beams for the new bridge. And so we understand that each phase is going to last about a month, and then they're going to be moving traffic, and we're going to be putting out information. There's going to be informational signs, but this is just the unfortunate part of progress, is that in order to make sure that we provide a great bridge that accommodates the growth in our community, that is safe, we're going to have to, unfortunately, inconvenience drivers probably through, I would say, the early to the middle part of February, Skylar, to make sure that the workers can get in there safely, get the work done, and weather permitting, get out of there sometime in February.
And drivers prepare for that. East side of BA there on the Broken Arrow Expressway, or Highway 51 more specifically. Now, I got a question for you. It just came in on a text from Chad out in Broken Arrow, and it's kind of along those same lines with improvements and changes. He's asking what plans exist to maintain the bike or running trails, and Are they, he says they're crumbling in some cases. He didn't give a specific spot, but he says that there might be more trails needed. Do you have any information on that kind of thing?
Well, I appreciate Chad's text message to you. I mean, if he's got a specific area that we need to do some maintenance on, I want to know about it. And he can reach me here at City Hall, and I can pass it on to Matt Hendren or to our engineering department. So that's very important to me that he get that information, or to get it to Aaron if he wants to get it to you at the station, because obviously, I mean, everything has a useful life. And so if we need to fix something, we will certainly make some upgrades. I can tell you connectivity is extremely important to the mayor and council and me and the administration. And so actually, we're going to be looking at putting an additional phase in of our bike path to try to get to downtown. That'll take us all the way out to Liberty Trail. And as a part of our next bond package, we're going to be asking citizens if they'd like to see some additional trails and biking areas. And this is where the folks are going to be able to comment, because I'm a strong believer that we need to maintain that connectivity and we need to provide the other sources of transportation. So for Chad's question, we're also going to be making some improvements right now that are planned. And if we need to do some maintenance, we will. And I'd like to hear from the community. They'd like to see more of it. And if we do, we'll put it in the bond package.
We're talking with Broken Arrow City Manager Michael Spurgeon. It's the first BA breakdown of 2024. And Michael, before we run today, I just wanted to ask you if you had some thoughts for the listeners and the folks of Broken Arrow on looking ahead to a fresh new slate of a year here, and what you're looking forward to the most and what you hope to accomplish this year in Broken Arrow.
Well, we spent a lot of time talking about vision, mission, and opportunity here in the organization. And we've got the day-to-day operations of the city and the utility happening, and our number one responsibility is going to continue to provide great services. But in the state of the city last month, I mentioned 4 things we're going to be focusing on. First and foremost is I'm proud to say that we're going to go out to public bid this spring for the infrastructure of our new innovation district to actually get the water, sewer, and the roads, sidewalks, get that project started so then we can be shovel ready. And that's going to take some time and some money to get that done. Secondly, is as our city has grown, we're over 120,000 now. We need to explore options for a new city hall, whether that's an expansion of the existing one or look at another option. We're also going to be ready for the next 2026 bond package, which could be no new taxes over $300 million in April of 2026. And then probably most important thing we've been talking about lately and we'll continue to talk about is this partnership with Notes Live for the Amphitheater. I mean, this is about a $100 million project with the private sector putting in over $70 million. And I think that's going to be transformational, not only to that area of town, but our entire city as well as the region. And so we've got so many wonderful things happening, Skylar, and I can't wait to share them with you and the audience, more importantly, throughout all of 2024. And we keep the progress going and just maintain this the best place to live in the region and Oklahoma, entire area.
We talk to City Manager Michael Spurgeon every Tuesday just after 5 o'clock, and we'll continue that in 2024. Michael, thank you. Happy New Year.
Take care, my friend. Talk to you later.